Hey, what's going on YouTube? Connor here with another full self-drive beta video. It's been a while since I've actually filmed one of these. A lot has changed since then. First up, we are now in 2022, so Happy New Year to all of you guys tuning in. And the next major change is we're actually on Tesla version 11 of their software. Last time I filmed one of these videos, we were actually on version 10 for the UI, and we were on something like 10.4 or 10.5 for full self-drive. With version 11, we're actually on FSD beta 10.8.1. So with that, there's a ton of changes here. I'm not going to read through all of this. You guys can pause and read this if you want to see kind of what has changed. So there's all of this. I can actually even scroll down too. So all of these things have been changed with FSD beta. Should be for the better, but we'll see. And I'm actually going to be doing a drive that I've done before to Crashboat Beach. There's going to be another short trip. There's actually a part of the road that has like a barricade across the lane. And last night I was kind of playing around with this, really excited like a little kid with this software update, wanting to test out everything. And I drove over there and the car just totally disengaged when it approached the barrier instead of passing into the oncoming lane and going around it. It was at night, so I'm hoping that now during the day it will actually be able to handle that better. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to do the Crashboat drive. I'm actually going to drive and start FSD beta in the same point that I did last time we drove to Crashboat, and we can see if there's any changes, if the car does some things better or worse, and we'll be able to go from there. So without further ado, let's get into it. One really awesome thing is we actually have the full screen FSD beta visualization now. So when I actually put this into drive, and I can actually swipe over and we'll actually get this full screen view of what the car sees. So that's really, really cool. Hopefully that's going to improve the video for you guys. Another huge change is I've actually added another camera to the setup. So if you can see from this camera here, I actually have another camera mounted on the dash, and this is going to be at the top of the screen. And then we have this camera here at the bottom. So hopefully that's going to improve things for you guys, give you a better idea of what I see as the driver, and then this camera will still be there to get an idea of what the car sees, and now we have the full screen, so that should improve it. Now that we actually have everything ready to go, I'm just going to turn on my turn signal here. You can actually see there is the blind spot detection, which is really cool, so I can see that there's no one coming up, and we can head out this way. I already have the navigation set to go to, there's a car coming, I'm just gonna wait, going to Walgreens here. So this drive is, like I said, going to go to the point where the road is closed. Hopefully the barricade is still there. And if the barricade is not there, actually we'll just cut this part of the drive out. But let's see, I'm just going to fold some stuff, fold the center console closed. One huge thing you'll notice is the blue steering wheel icon is much smaller now. It's up here. And another change that they made is they made it much more aggressive when it comes to forced disengagement. So if I'm not paying attention and kind of putting the weight of my hand on the steering wheel, or the camera up here can actually see that I'm not paying attention, it's going to disengage and kind of kick me out of full self-drive beta much sooner than before. So that's one major change as well. But yeah, so really good job so far. We're going slightly under the speed limit. Got this Jeep pulling out really slow. No phantom braking there, which is good. Oh, a little bit of a phantom brake there. The car got nervous thinking that that car was going to come into the intersection. This car is kind of cutting us off here. Really aggressive brake, but is okay. Got some pedestrians, one walking right on the edge of the road, got up onto the sidewalk. No kind of hesitation or anything from the car, which is good. Oh, so we got the car in the lane here and doesn't seem to phase beta at all, which is good. It did kind of inch over to the center line. It didn't have to go into the oncoming lane. Still have the weird turn signal issue. This is the same road, but it constantly turns the turn signal on and off. Just kind of weird. Coming around this corner a little bit quick. One thing with this update that should have been here for a lot longer, or should have been here a while ago, but it wasn't, is actually waypoints. and now we can add multiple points into the GPS and change the order of them and stuff. I haven't played around with it yet. Should have actually done it now. I'm trying to see. Looks like the Barricade has been moved slightly. We'll see what the car does here. So it kind of ran over the cone. That was kind of sketchy. It got really close to the Barricade and ran right over the, there used to be one of those round cones sitting there, and it's no longer there. So it just kind of ran over the base of it. Knew it wasn't gonna hurt anything, so I just kind of let it do its thing. But yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly turn around here in a minute. I wanna change the GPS to go to Crashboat. Not sure how to actually get the navigation back up. Maybe I have to make this smaller again. I'm gonna just turn it off and turn down the street and kind of turn around here and then go back the other way. So bear with me just 1 second. I'm not sure. Yeah, you should be able to click this and open the map. I think I did it yesterday. Huh, interesting. I guess you have to close out a full screen before you can change the destination. So I am just gonna put in Crashboat here. And I wanna make sure that the GPS is actually taking us to the right point. I'm going to have to drive for the first part of this because I want to force it to go the same route that we went before. So I'm going to cut the video here, and we will start with me enabling it at the same point that I enabled it last drive. All right, so once I go past this turn here, it should reroute to the same route that I took last time. So I enabled FSD beta last time just about here. I'm gonna wait for the GPS to recalculate and set the turn to be at this point. The map data, there we go. Okay, so should be good to go. Looks like we got this same car parked here on the side of the road. I think this is here pretty frequently. Not sure if it was in the last drive or not. Didn't really seem to phase the Tesla at all, which is good. We do have that really goofy left-hand turn up here. That's like a double intersection. And if you watched the last video, you'll know what I mean. And if you didn't, you'll see here in just a second. So coming through this intersection, nice. And there we go. Perfect. So this is the same intersection. Looks like we got quite a few cars ahead. Not sure. There's a car next to me. Don't think windshield dirty. Pedestrian walking in front of the car right now. Hopefully the Tesla doesn't say the windshield is dirty. I have cleaned it. Not sure why the wheel is wanting to go to the right here. The light just turned green. Tesla's hesitating a little bit. We are coming up to the light here to take the left. There's a couple cars in front of us. It seems a little hesitant, but another good left turn by Full Self-Drive Beta. A little bit of a aggressive acceleration once we got around the corner. I don't remember that last time. Let's see. Tesla decided to get in the right lane. Approaching a red light here. One major change is that Full Self-Drive Beta is supposed to be using regenerative braking all the way to 0. So before, Tesla would, Full Self-Drive Beta, or just really adaptive cruise in general, would start using regenerative braking, and then it would actually be applying the brakes. Got that car wanting to clean the windshield here. But instead of applying the brakes, now it's actually just calculating how hard the regenerative braking is going to be and taking that all the way down to 0. So it is more efficient because the car is actually able to use the resistance of the motors to put energy back into the pack rather than apply the brakes. Had a weird phantom brake there a second ago, but everything seems to be good now. going to just keep my foot over the accelerator because I do have someone that's following me fairly close here. You can actually see them. Fell back a little bit, but I don't want it to phantom brake really hard and then kind of brake check anyone behind me. Good lane change there. Now this is going to be interesting depending on if there's a car right next to me or not. We do go down from 2 lanes to 1 lane here in just a second. So I'm going to see kind of how Tesla decides to handle this. Oh, looks like it worked out pretty well with the speed that Tesla kind of decided to take. I believe we go back to 2 lanes and then down to 1 right before I need to make my turn down to the beach. Let's see here. Tesla decides to follow the guide car or stay in its own lane, what it decides to do. Okay, staying in the left lane. Didn't use the guide car, which is good. Oh. So we are going down to 1 lane again, and it's kind of approaching. Okay, handled that perfectly. My hand's still here. So here is our right turn. No turn signal. It is going into the bike lane, which I did see that was a change that they made. So handled that turn a little bit differently than before. We have a parked car here. Very good job. I want to see if it's going to get back over to the right. So there we go, perfect. Previously on this drive down, it kind of fares to the middle, which is a little bit dangerous when we're taking these blind corners. It is interesting though that the cameras are not being blinded by the sun. Hopefully this time you guys get a better view of the sunset and the ocean and everything going on here. Shying to the middle a little bit, but it's still better than before. Now we're getting off into the middle a little bit more than I'd like. We do have someone behind me that's riding very close to me. Hopefully they will pass me rather than just keep staying very close. I'm going to flip this on so you guys can see. They're throwing their arms up at me. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. So there's a car tailgating me. Hopefully the Tesla doesn't decide to phantom brake, or those people are not going to be too happy. They did finally slow down. I'm going to tap that. There we go. So there is a start of lines here, which is good. Taking this corner very cautiously. A little bit confused of where to go. But we are in the right lane, which is good. Still have this car following me very close, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's making me a little bit more nervous. Let's see. I have had it want to drive on the shoulder after this turn before. Let's see how it handles it. It's a faint yellow line there, and there's the white line. So it did recenter correctly. I want to close out of dashcam viewer. There we go, so you guys can see the map here. Previously, it's came into the parking lot much faster than I would want it to, and it drove in the middle. I'm just going to disengage here and re-engage in just a second. Oh, it's not wanting to. There we go. So, driving in the middle, which is not good, especially here where it gets pretty narrow. So that is pretty much it for the drive. Same sort of issue here at the end as before. Last time there wasn't cars coming, so I kind of let it do more than this time. Unfortunately, the car that was following me really close is right behind me, so I'm just going to turn around quickly in the parking lot. Hopefully I'm able to, and then I'll head out. Hopefully can get a little glimpse of the ocean for you guys. Let's see here. I think I can squeeze through here. Perfect. There we go. You guys can get a little glimpse of what's going on. It's a really awesome beach. If you guys ever in Puerto Rico, you definitely need to come to Crashboat in Aguadilla. So many people just stay in San Juan and hang out on Isla Verde or at Isla Verde Beach. which is cool, but you guys definitely should get out and at least explore different parts of Puerto Rico, whether it's like day trips to El Yunque or coming over to Aguadilla and going to Crashboat, or any of the other beaches over here like Hobos, or tons of beautiful beaches on the west side of the island. So if you do come here, be sure to kind of explore, get out of San Juan area and check out all the different things that Puerto Rico has to offer. But yeah, with that being said, that is it for this video. Thank you guys if you did stick with me to the very end. If you enjoyed this, be sure to smash the thumbs up button. It greatly helps the YouTube algorithm and my videos get pushed a little bit more to other people that are like you that enjoy this style of content. And subscribe if you want to see more. But yeah, that is it. I will see you guys in the next one.